So many depictions of Muay Thai in this restaurant because that's how they trying to make you feel when you eat it. It blows to the dome, to the dome.
In our opinion, Lao Issan food is the most underrated Asian cuisine, period. And although Issan is a region in northeast Thailand, it borders Laos and therefore considered essentially the same cuisine. So today, we are comparing 3 different price points of Lao food, low, middle, and high. We're going from a neighborhood spot to a restaurant chain and then ending at a spot with a New York Times rated chef. Let's go.
First up on our low, middle, high Lao food crawl here in Manhattan, on one of our favorite streets of all time, Grand Street, is Lan Larb coming in at the low price point sector.
Now, this spot is classified as a Thai restaurant, but more specifically, it's a northeastern Issan Thai spot.
From what I heard, the food in northeastern Thailand and the food in Laos, Andrew, is 80% similar.
Coming in at the $1 sign, our first spot, Lan Larb.
I want to eat as many Issan northeastern Lao dishes as I can. And we are sitting in front of an Issan Lao feast right now at the low end here at Lan Larb. All right, guys, I gotta come clean. It's not exactly as cheap as it would be in Queens.
Yes, we get it. When we say low price, we just mean for Manhattan.
Issan Lao sausage.
Man, I just think what makes it special is definitely eating it with the fresh ginger and garlic. There's that amount of spice, that after kick that just comes in. It's like, oh, that wasn't enough spice for you?
All right.
Bang!
Some people like to cook everything in, and some people like to give it to you on the side to eat along with it fresh.
But I feel like the herbs that are usually in it are more green herbs, but here I'm talking about garlic and ginger. I think this stuff has to be raw. A lot of other ones will have more herbs, but this one is not short of flavor, I'm telling you. The Issan sausage was only $8.
Ooh,
totally worth it.
We are moving on to 2 Lao favorites, Andrew. These are national dishes.
Yes, larb is a national dish. This one right here is duck larb.
This is Somtumder, better known as a papaya salad. And of course, Andrew, we got the Lao sticky rice.
Let's get it out, man. Oh, it's real hot. Hot in my hand.
Duck larb.
Larb is essentially a minced meat salad. Southeast Asian salads are not like sweet greens, bro. They're super citrusy, often very spicy, but at the same time, very refreshing.
Andrew, did you know that Lao people invented the papaya salad of the Somtumder?
Okay, so the chef back there was warning John behind the camera while he was filming about the spiciness of this.
Fermented crab flavor is strong. Yo, I'm going in too.
Oh. You just need to chase, if it ever gets too hot, just throw in a clump of sticky rice.
Oh my goodness, yo, my mouth is on fire. This tub. I need a
Plakang.
Issan shrimp salad.
I'm really feeling the sauce. That to me is a little bit sweeter, more accessible, you know, fish sauce. I feel like I could take this juice here and put it on anything.
Ubal noodle soup from Issan.
Man, this is a very rich pork broth.
Andrew, this tastes like a little bit like something Dad would make. I have got to say, Andrew, I believe we found a sleeper dish that we've never had before.
Was one of the most satisfying pork-based noodle soups I've had in a long time. It wasn't too salty, it wasn't too fatty, it was very porky, has that nice, thick, like, kind of bone flavor.
Issan udon is a 5 out of 5.
Oh,
Lao chicken soup. Ooh.
it's a little pungent and spicy, similar to like a Korean, almost kimchi jjigae.
From my research, Andrew, which I do extensive, I spend a lot of time on core. Thai Kadai, Andrew, was a group of people that lived in Yunnan, but all the way up to really like Sichuan.
Okay.
When the Han came down from the north, they sort of ended up moving way down lower. If you really look at it a few thousand years ago, a lot of different groups that have since dispersed actually originate on what is currently in 2020 Chinese territory. There was a couple deep cut dishes, Andrew, that I do not expect to see at the spots that cater to a wider audience. I know Mr. Mongol Muscles over here does have a soft spot in his heart for Southeast Asia.
So good. Gotta get everything on it, man. Gotta get everything.
Larb.
I've never even had larb before. That's refreshing.
On to our next spot, Somtumder in the East Village, which is our mid-tier northeastern Lao spot.
Let's go. You guys describe the difference because I know there is many similarities between Issan and Lao food, right? But is there a slight differences?
Yes.
Lao food is like a little bit same, the similar, like not the taste, the spicy, the salt is gonna be dropped than Issan food.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a little bit less of the punch
Right.
that
but-
Thai food
Yeah.
has.
Actually, it's
Andrew, we're at Somtumder
Oh, man.
in Red Hook, and we're at the mid-tier. Obviously, you expect to see different things at different tiers, low, mid, high.
I mean, I can tell by the detail, obviously, there's a lot of ingredients. I think the presentation, they spend a little bit more time on, and I didn't realize, but actually that's a chain from Thailand that is known for serving Issan food in Bangkok, and they have locations all over the world down.
Andrew, first, I think I'm gonna start off with the mu ping.
Okay. So he told me to put the grilled pork on first,
I'm gonna do it the wrong way.
and then I'm gonna stab my fork, and then I'm gonna have the whole ball, and I'm just gonna dip it. I don't know if this is the right way either, but man, that was so good. I like how the pork was really thin, David. That did
Yo,
remind me.
I think I might have to have another piece. Yo, this vermicelli was soft as hell too.
So you know, Thai food, it gives you all different flavors. At the end, you kind of have this creamy, sweet kick. This is the Issan salted egg papaya
A
salad.
little bit more of a fusion dish.
I like that a lot because that salted egg yolk got mashed up, and it kind of adds to like this creaminess that this has.
It came at you from more different directions, and I would say that almost tastes more like an entree than an appetizer.
Somtumder's raw crab papaya salad.
I was just chewing through the crab shell. So what ends up categorizing Somtumder as a mid-tier spot is because everything is about the same price, but everything's like tapa style and the sizing is much smaller, so therefore you would have to order more dishes to get the same amount of food.
There's definitely less crab meat, but there's a sweet smokiness that came through. Man, that has a lot of kick though. So if you're looking for like a real interesting flavor, I would definitely say get the raw crab papaya salad here. Issan bamboo salad.
You talking about herby? I think it's difficult. The only reason it's difficult to describe, guys, is because there's a lot of herbs that I've never had before.
Yo, that is super herbaceous. That the main difference between Issan food and Lao food is that Issan food is even a little bit more pungent, has a little bit more spicy kick.
This is sun-dried beef right here, Andrew.
Let's look at this.
Very similar to a Lao dish. Like we said, there's a lot of crossover in that region. Actually, some people from Issan, Andrew, consider themselves to be lowland Lao.
You see those little balls of pepper that are sitting on top? They literally burst in your mouth, and there's like extra flavor after you eat them. Here we have the grilled sticky rice.
Just gonna eat the grilled sticky rice?
Dip the beef onto the grilled sticky rice right here.
That's really good. This kind of reminds me of the time we did the episode with Benson in Thai Town, and me and him were eating the grilled banana rice.
You know what's very authentic though is like we're sweating and we're outside eating Thai food. Feels like I'm back in Thailand, bro.
Next up, Andrew, we've got the duck larb. I wanted to get all the larbs so we can compare, but this is the one thing we missed out on at Lan Larb. I'm really excited to try this with the sticky rice.
You know what's great about this duck larb? They still give you pieces of crispy pork on the side too.
It's kind of your classic northeastern Issan Lao, you know, chilies and herbs, to be honest. Andrew, you know what I love about Issan food? They had 6 different types of carbs, and each type of carb was supposed to go with a specific meat. Andrew, we have arrived at our soup section at Somtumder. Issan pork soup, we had this at Lan Larb.
Wow, lots of lemongrass, lots of basil, lots of spice.
More like a tom yum than the previous pork soup, easily.
Here's that chicken soup. Somewhat more of a saltiness, less than savoriness. It's not as thick as the pork bone soup at Lan Larb, but it's actually really enjoyable, man. I love the ingredients here, and I'm loving the vegetables. I like this one better than the spicy chicken soup at Lan Larb, but I still think that pork bone soup at Lan Larb is one of the best things I've eaten in a long time. We gotta see if the catfish takes a cake, because it doesn't hit as hard in one direction as Lan Larb. But let me tell you, the complexity of flavor is super high here.
It is, it is.
In every spoonful, I swear to God, there's at least 7 to 8 different things.
Andrew, this is a sugar cane lemongrass drink. And I think I needed this at about a 10 out of 10 level right now.
Issan Pad Thai.
The noodles have about 200 to 300% the amount of flavor they have in a normal Bangkok style, which is not supposed to be orange. This is orange, but it's not because of ketchup or peanut butter. It's orange because of the chilies.
There is so much egg woven into those noodles. Every bite, you're getting a lot of flavor. Issan is actually landmass-wise the largest region in Thailand, and a lot of people consider it like the true Thailand because it's not as international, I guess, as Bangkok. But either way, guys, Issan flavors kick you so hard, and maybe that's why they have so many depictions of Muay Thai in this restaurant, because that's how they trying to make you feel when you eat it. Just blows to the dome, straight to the dome. John's time.
Mongol muscles.
Man, he's stretching. Look at him, liver guy.
This is
He's a liver guy.
single-handedly the thing I'm most excited for.
Hold on.
It's just nothing like it, man. You can't get this you can't try this on a daily basis. So that's why you gotta roll with the liver if you can.
Every level of anything has its own merit. Oftentimes you get what you pay for. I gotta say they did a great job here at Somtumder. I can co-sign it.
All right, if you guys are excited about this video and you're ready to see the different levels of Issan and Lao food, keep watching, hit the like button, click subscribe, and turn on your notifications.
And we are looking at our spread here at Khe-Yo. This is probably the most expensive Lao restaurant in America.
You know, if you type in Laotian in Yelp, there's only a few restaurants that open up where the only description is Laotian.
Right, it's not Lao Thai. The thing that I want to start off with, Andrew, are the Lao Viet dishes.
Right.
So basically, if you know about where Laos is, it borders Vietnam to the right, it borders Thailand to the south. So it's really like a hybrid. Henceforth, why there is a Lao Viet banh mi and there is a Lao pho.
Lao pho, Pete. Wow, heavy bone broth.
A few things I noticed immediately to make it different. It's more medicinal, and it's more sour, and it's got more of those mountainous herbs.
I love fried onions, man. I love fried shallots. I think it adds such a nice little texture and a nice little kick. This is a Lao banh mi, crispy pork belly.
Vientiane, obviously also colonized by the French, so that's where they got the baguette.
That pork belly is incredible. If you guys look at that, we have crispy pork belly. We have, again, the julienne carrots, daikon, cilantro. I like the baguette here. It's very, very light. The crispy pork, which is probably the most, you know, Lao component, was incredible.
Lao egg roll. There's definitely more citrus and more sour notes. Man, it almost tastes like mountainous Viet food or something. It's like pretty interesting. Andrew, why does it look like this is a Seth Rogen movie right here?
Pineapple, the Lao Express.
Leading into a Lao dish that we've never had before, Andrew. These are crisped fried coconut rice balls with Lao sausage.
This is one of the main dishes that they're actually known for here at Khe-Yo.
Oh, so sweet, but sweet with heat.
I've never had anything like that. Wow. It's super crispy on the outside, has a spicy kick on the inside. I mean, it's essentially like rice and sausage, but in a way different form. We got two very, very traditional Lao dishes. Here we have the beef jerky, and then we have the eggplant and bang bang sauce.
Sticky rice, papaya salad, and grilled meats. The sticky rice, the khao niao, and the Lao jerky was a 5 out of 5. If you guys know the history of a lot of the Thai Kadai people, Lao being one of the major groups of Thai Kadai, they came from what is now modern day China, and they sort of moved to a different geography. But to this day, you can find some ethnic minority groups, Andrew, in China that maintain speaking the Lao or Thai language. I'll tell you this, the main component that is held true at all 3 spots of Issan Lao spots is my face at some point feels like it's melting off.
Yeah, an amount of Thai food in my life. I've been to some pretty expensive Thai restaurants. I think Laos does sticky rice the best when it's just the rice itself and the dip and the eggplant and the chilies. I mean,
Well, you never thought that just rice with some sauces could be an entree.
that's like a dish on its own, man, and it's vegetarian. All right, now we have arrived to our dinner menu here at Khe-Yo. Earlier we had the lunch menu. It's a different menu here. That's how nice restaurants do it.
Bedak rib.
I want more. Baby back, bedak ribs.
I thought I was full.
Has this funky umami flavor from the bedak, but it's kind of sweet, very salty at the same time. I've never had this flavor on a pork rib before.
I'll tell you this, guys.
Yeah.
This is my hot take on bedak. There's something about it that when you smell it on your hands, it's like bad, but when you eat it, you just have to keep eating it.
You know what has the same elements that you're talking about? Is durian. Durian's very, very stinky, but when you eat it, you don't really get the stink as much. Chicken lap.
Tamakun.
So here, in one hand, I had the soup that it came with, the lemongrass and cherry tomatoes, and then here I got the lap.
That almost reminds me more of like Hmong food.
Wow.
Yo, I gotta say, their Lao classics here, like the tamakun, between the jerky and the sticky rice, all 5 out of 5. Andrew, I thought that larb was actually gonna hit me from way more angles. Kind of crept up on me from the underground.
As far as like best larb, David, which one are you taking?
Oh man, I think, man.
For me,
I'll go with Somtumder.
all right, for me, my favorite larb was the one at Lan Larb.
Overall, I really recommend everybody come to Khe-Yo and definitely try the more traditional dishes, in my opinion.
Yeah. Which spot do you think was the overall best value? Experience, quality, flavor, tradition.
All right, if you're not Lao, you gotta go to lower mid. But honestly, I think that if you're Lao, you actually have to come here to Khe-Yo. Maybe my favorite dish that I had at all 3 spots was maybe the sticky rice and the jerky here at Khe-Yo.
I'm gonna roll with Somtumder.
Okay.
Somtumder was pretty damn good, man. I think everything.
No, because they had a little bit more of the trendy stuff that was popping in Thailand in 2020.
No, and trust me, I both Khe-Yo and Lan Larb. Dude, if you're into Lao food, specifically Lao food, you have to come to Khe-Yo.
So you might see, all right, how about this? Go to Khe-Yo and go to Somtumder, but if you want to see the Fun Bros or see me, I'm gonna be at Lan Larb. If that makes any sense.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching the video, and I know that you saw us try Issan and Lao food in
And
the
kind
same
of we
video.
use it interchangeably, yeah.
I don't want to say they're exactly the same, but obviously those 2 regions are. There's
Brothers.
a lot of history.
They're brothers.
It shows that they're brothers and they're very close together. So obviously there's a lot of crossover, but I will say Lao food, I've had it a few times and it's definitely a little bit different. So if you guys get the chance, I say check out all those spots, especially if you're in New York, support local businesses. Everybody at each respective restaurant is working their butts off. All right, guys, in the comments down below, you let us know what your favorite Lao or Issan dish is that you might have had, and also let us know what other cuisine you'd like us to do this type of video with. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you liked that video, give us a thumbs up, click subscribe, and turn on your notifications. Until next time, we out. Peace.
Oh man, am I excited? Damn. That's way more flavor than I thought there was gonna be inside of that. It tastes more like meaty than like Vietnamese pho. Oh, the sticky rice because.
You just saw us do it?
Called the dark chili. I don't know if I'm trying to die though.
The last month got a little slow and I just picked up 2 new jobs. Happy about that.
Feel like I'm back in Southeast Asia.
I'm happy that